Hi, Evan had asked for an explainer video on organizing files on a website. So I'm going to apply that question to exercises and see if I were a student in our course, how would I organize the exercise files? So here's our website, and there are a whole bunch of different exercises. For example, here's the lessons headers and paragraphs, and like most, it has an exercise at the end. The key here really first I want to make my exercise solutions easy to find, and second, I want to make sure that they don't step on each other. So I have a page called doggo, doggo.html, for example, for one exercise, and for a different exercise I might create a page doggo.html. Well, they're the same name, and I don't want them to collide with each other. So here's what I do. We'll take this one here. This exercise is called headers and paragraphs. So I'm going to copy that name to start with. Oops. Okay, I've already started cPanel. I've logged into Reclaim Hosting, started cPanel, and started the file manager right here. Now we have a subdomain we created called exercises.kieranmatheson.com. And what I would do is give every exercise its own folder. So here we are, this is the root of this, ignore all this other stuff there. I'll create a new folder for every exercise. So I'll hit folder, and I'll paste what I did in there, but I'm not done yet, because remember, there are rules for naming files, and if you follow these rules, you'll be safe as far as all the links working and as far as making Google happy. So one of the rules is make all of the characters lowercase, and spaces, replace those with dashes. All right, so that's the folder I'm making. Okay, so there it is there. Now let's say I've got a file with the solution in it. I'll just make it right here. I'd probably make it in brackets or some other software and drag it up here, but just for this I'll quickly make the file. So make a new file, and I'll call it, well, doggos, because doggos are wonderful things. And I'll right click that and click edit. Remember, not HTML edit, just edit. And I'll put in one of my doggos, Rosie. Very nice doggo. Rosie is the best. All right, I'll save that. Okay, and now I can close this tab. So here I've got doggos.html. So the URL of this file should be exercises.kieranmatheson.com/headers and paragraphs/doggos.html. Let's try that. exercises.kieranmatheson.com/headers and paragraphs/doggos.html. Now remember that all of these are password protected. That the exercise subdomain is password protected, all of the folders in it. So you need to have a username and a password, and I think it's that one. Paste that in there. OK. Okay, might as well save that. There it is. And so there's that file. So exercise.kieranmatheson.com, headers and paragraphs, doggos. If I want to look, by the way, if I want to look at the source code for this, Control-U will show me the actual code for that, so I can inspect it. Okay, that's fine. Now let me go back here, and let's do another exercise. We'll go to the next page here. No, we won't. We'll go to something different. We'll go to images and HTML. And we'll go down to here. Exercise here called animal images. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go to back to the file manager, back to the root of the exercises subdomain. I'm going to make a new folder, paste that in. Animal images, create folder. So there it is, animal images. And I'll make a file that I'll call, of course, doggos.html. Because it's in a different folder, it has the same name as the file we just created, but it's in a different folder, so it won't get confused. And hit that one, edit, and we'll make this page about Renata. Save changes. Okay. All right. So this file, its URL should be exercises.kieranmatheson.com/animalimages/doggos.html. Let's see if we can find that. So there's that. Animal images is the folder we put this in. doggos.html. Hooray! And there it is. So that's a simple way to do this. Just create a folder for each exercise. But there's another way to do it as well. Let's go back to this for a moment and go back to home. And so we see that the exercises are in categories. So there's the how the web works, basic homemade sites, professional sites, and some other bits and pieces. If I wanted to, I could make folders inside folders. So for example, I could take, for this part of the course, basic handmade sites, I could take this, Control C, go over to this one, go back to here, then I'll make a new folder, I'll paste that in, delete dash. Okay, following the rules, all lowercase and spaces instead of dashes. So this is like a section of the course. Another part of the course is professional sites. So I could also make a folder for that. Make another one. Professional sites. Then inside each of those, I'd put the individual folders for each exercise. So if we take an exercise in the professional sites one, let's see, grids, we'll do that one. So that's that lesson. We'll go down the bottom, and there's likely to be an exercise here. And this exercise is called Basic Grid. So this exercise is called Basic Grid, and it's in the professional sites part of the course. So I'll go back to File Manager, Exercises, that's the subdomain. Professional Sites is the section of the course, and I'll make a new folder called Basic Grid. And then in there, I'll put my solution. Actually, while I'm doing this, I'll show you how to copy a file. I'm just going to copy the solution from this file into Professional Sites Basic Grid, just to keep things easy. Actually, I don't know if I can drag it. Let's give it I can drag it, so I think I can do that. Let's give it a try. Oops, that's not going to work. Let's open this one. So one way to do this is you can drag things around like that. Pretty cool. All right, let's take it back again to here. There we go. I can also, dragging of course is moving up, so copy things, hit copy, and I give the new path to the file, which is in this folder, the one for the subdomain. professional sites and goes into Basic Grid. And so here is that file. The URL of that file is, let's go back to this one, kieranmatheson.com/professional sites /basic grid /doggos.html. So there's this particular file. All right. Now, another question that will come up, and this is more for later in the course, but we'll talk about it now, is within the site, within a particular exercises folder. So this is a particular exercise. It's important to organize files here correctly, and you'll learn more about this a bit later. But here's how I would normally do it. Let's say I've got a bunch of images in here, pictures of dogs. It's pretty common to make a folder there, call it images, and then put your images in that. So I'll see if I can find something to upload. Let's see, pictures, doggos, need pics. Oh, there's a pug. All right, we'll put that pug over there. All right, that looks pretty good. And some puffy photos. Oh, look how cute. We'll put that one in there, and we'll put that one in there as well. So this is one way to organize, common way to organize files in a site. So Basic Grid is where this particular site is, and I've misspelt that images. There we go. And I've created a directory for a particular type of media that is images. Another way to do it though is, let's say this site has a couple of different topics. So doggos, and one of the topics is, let's say we, I know, Labrador retrievers. So let's say that's one section of the site, and we've got another section of the site for pugs. What I might do is organize the files in that way as well. So I might make a folder, and I'll call it labs, and I'll make a folder, and I'll call it pugs. In the pugs folder, I put all the pages related to pugs. In the labs folder, I'd put all the files for pages about labs. So that's another common way to organize sites. So images is a folder for particular media, but these are particular topics on the site. On a main menu toolbar, we might have the home button, and then labs, and then a pug section along with about and contact us and that sort of thing. So the key here is making folders, make lots of them, create a separate folder for each exercise. There's no limit on the number of folders you can make, and there's no limit on the depth, so you can make a folder within a folder within a folder within a folder if you want. You can go basically as deep as you like. Also remember the rules for file names, and sometimes you might need to change these. Well, oh no, these ones I downloaded, and you can see that this is from a public website, and you can see its file name already obeys the rules, and so does this one here. So the rules we're using are actually typical in the industry. So I hope that helps. That's a quick explainer video on organizing files.